Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision. I find hope in the darkest of days, and focus in the brightest. I do not judge the universe. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Sleep is the best meditation. A lack of transparency results in distrust and a deep sense of insecurity. All major religious traditions carry basically the same message, that is love, compassion and forgiveness. The important thing is they should be part of our daily lives. When we meet real tragedy in life, we can react in two ways, either by losing hope and falling into self-destructive habits, or by using the challenge to find our inner strength. Thanks to the teachings of Buddha, I have been able to take this second way. The best way to resolve any problem in the human world is for all sides to sit down and talk. All religions try to benefit people, with the same basic message of the need for love and compassion, for justice and honesty, for contentment. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophies. My brain and my heart are my temples, my philosophy is kindness. Open-minded people tend to be interested in Buddhism because Buddha urged people to investigate things, he didn't just command them to believe. The ultimate authority must always rest with the individual's own reason and critical analysis. We all have to live together, so we might as well live together happily. It is necessary to help others, not only in our prayers, but in our daily lives. If we find we cannot help others, the least we can do is to desist from harming them. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. Too much self-centered attitude, brings, isolation. Result, loneliness, fear, anger. The extreme self-centered attitude is the source of suffering. Home is where you feel at home and are treated well. Appearance is something absolute, but reality is not that way. Everything is interdependent, not absolute. So that view is very helpful to maintain a peace of mind, because the main destroyer of a peaceful mind is anger. More compassionate mind, more sense of concern for others' well-being, is source of happiness. With realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. Because of lack of moral principle, human life becomes worthless. Moral principle, truthfulness, is a key factor. If we lose that, then there is no future. Generally speaking, if a human being never shows anger, then I think something's wrong. He's not right in the brain. Today, more than ever before, life must be characterized by a sense of universal responsibility, not only nation to nation and human to human, but also human to other forms of life. Appearance is something absolute, but reality is not that way. Everything is interdependent, not absolute. In order to become prosperous, a person must initially work very hard, so he or she has to sacrifice a lot of leisure time. The Chinese government wants me to say that for many centuries Tibet has been part of China. Even if I make that statement, many people would just laugh. And my statement will not change past history. History is history. Disagreement is something normal. I am sometimes sad when I hear the personal stories of Tibetan refugees who have been tortured or beaten. Some irritation, some anger comes. But it never lasts long. I always try to think at a deeper level, to find ways to console. Physical comforts cannot subdue mental suffering, and if we look closely, we can see that those who have many possessions are not necessarily happy. In fact, being wealthy often brings even more anxiety. Of course, when I say that human nature is gentleness, it is not 100% so. Every human being has that nature, but there are many people acting against their nature, being false. I am a simple Buddhist monk, no more, no less,